Hey everyone, we are back, and the light kind of works, but probably not for super long. At some point it'll probably die, because it's still really, really bad, and I don't know what's wrong with it. I wish I could fix it. So hopefully this light stays with us. Hopefully it doesn't abandon us again like it did last time we used it. But we are hopefully all able to hear the game. That is the hope. I don't know if it's playing double for everyone or if it's just playing directly into the headphones and I can hear it. I have no idea. So if you're tuned in and you're this early, please let us know if the sound is working, because I am working on trying to make sure it works for all of you. I might see if I can run it from my control panel. I'm not hearing it there, so I don't know. The real question is, can anyone else hear it? So my mic sensitivity is turned up pretty high. You might hear my air conditioner, you might hear my fan. It is super, super warm outside, and I decided, oh, the best cosplay to do would be Yor in this wonderful red sweater that I made. And it's really, really warm, and I'm really regretting it. Really, really regretting it. So, trying to make sure that the sound works before I get too far into the game. But I don't know how to find that out. I feel like it's picking up. I guess we'll go ahead and get started, and if for some reason the game's not picking up, somebody will tell me, and we'll figure it out together. Alright, where were we? I already forgot. But yeah, 3 days after Christmas. The right and cool offices. We just learned some more stuff. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to be reading all this. My bad. A memory of a crime that I committed. Remember, we gave him a really fake British accent. A memory of murder. Do you really think Mr. Edgeworth killed? I don't believe it. Not Edgeworth. Some painful memory has been troubling him recently. But he'd never take someone's life. Never. Nick. Yo, how's everyone doing? What do you think of my performance today? I had him swooning in the aisles, huh, Maya? Swooning? Me? Oh yes, I do remember feeling faint. Wow. Right on. Tell me the truth. Was it like love at first sight, right? Or it was like love at first sight. You're right, Nick. Uh-huh, me? Well, maybe my heart skipped a beat or two. I think you can do better than that. Come on, I saved Edgeworth in there, dude. Edgy. You guys should be bowing before me. Yeah, bow before your hero. Wow. Mr. Sob Story himself. Let's talk about the trial. Larry, you really helped out in the trial today. You did. If you weren't there, Larry, I'm sure Mr. Edgeworth would have been found guilty. He would have, actually. That's exactly what would have happened, because we were like this close to it. I'm not reading his laughter. But seriously, Nick, that boat shop caretaker guy is pretty suspicious. But Edgy ain't off the hook yet. Way to spoil the mood, Larry. Hey, I'm just a guy sitting in the audience, you know? But from where I was sitting, Edgy seemed pretty edgy. I mean, can you really know he's telling the truth about that night? Well, you just got him off the hook, sort of, so... Nick? I don't know. But what I do know is I'm going to believe in you two until the end. Us two? Mr. Edgeworth and who else? You mean me, right? He means me, right, Nick? Yeah, you, Larry. Not me. But why you, Larry? Actually, yeah, why me, Nick? Enough with the silent treatment. Or we just don't tell her. Sorry, Maya, we don't believe in you. My bad. Nick, why do you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? I mean, he's changed recently, true. But when we first met him, he was kind of a jerk, don't you think? You didn't know him back then. We barely knew him back then. We knew him for like a half a semester, maybe, of 4th grade. Back when he wanted to become a defense attorney. Wait, was that when you two were classmates? Yes, in grade school. You were like 10 years old, maybe. Like, bro, please. He's not the same guy, I promise you. It was like 10 years ago. They saved me. Miles and Larry. They saved me and I'll never forget it. That's why I became a defense attorney, you know. Is it? Is it? What? Hey, Larry, what's he talking about? Sorry, I kind of forgot. Okay, Nick, out with it. I'm gonna hear the story today and that's final. Okay. It's kind of a long story, so hang in there. It was the very end of 3rd grade. See, not even 4th grade, 3rd grade. He was like, what, 8? Come on, please. I was on trial, a class trial. A class trial? All right. You remember Larry? Spring, end of 3rd grade? A kid in our class got his lunch money stolen. Lunch money? Our school was really small. Every month, kids would bring in an envelope with money for lunch from home. Huh, I see. Anyway, this kid's envelope disappeared, with $38 still inside. Oh yeah, now that you mention it, I do remember that. I can see why you'd forget, though. You were out of school that day. Anyway, the envelope had been stolen during PE class. I was coming down with a cold, so I'd skipped PE that day. I was the only one not in class. So, they thought you did it? Yeah. The kids in class said I should be put on trial. Trial? That's kind of barbaric when you think about it. So the next day, we held a classroom trial with me as the defendant. Larry's just skipping school randomly. I didn't do it. Guilty, he did it! Guilty, it was you! Thief! Give the money back! You're such a meanie! No one play with him! Just admit you did it! No one can hide the truth! Tell us the truth! We're not gonna play with you anymore! Yeah, no bar in my eraser! Shouldn't be allowed in the relay race! Or in the library committee! Give me back my 50 cents! Hey, did you rob that bank the other day? What? That escalated quickly.
Well, Phoenix, you know you shouldn't steal people's money. It's not right.
In the end, even the teacher thought I'd done it.
Go over and apologize, Phoenix.
I didn't know what was happening. I was so sad. I couldn't stop crying. Everyone was staring at me like I'd done it. I tried to apologize. I went to where the boy whose money had been stolen was sitting. That's when it happened. Objection!
He shouldn't have to apologize. The only thing that belongs in a trial is evidence. Anything else has no place. You should all be ashamed. Amateurs. But Miles?
Oh, we should have been giving him a tiny British accent.
It wasn't you who stole my money, was it? No. Then you shouldn't apologize.
And now he sounds like too much like a teacher. Uh-oh.
Everyone's been shouting you did it, but no one has any proof. That is why, Your Honor, this boy is innocent. But, Miles, it was your money that was stolen. Yeah, he did it. He's the one. We don't need proof. Make him say he's sorry.
Voice acting is your favorite? Okay, good. Cool, there's a lot of voices.
Why don't you all just shut up?
I don't know who this is, so I wasn't sure. Stream time! Oh, it's Larry.
That's how it always is. Everybody ganging up and picking on one person. Just think how he feels. He said he didn't do it, so he didn't do it.
Picking this many different voices up is not easy. This is probably going to be the hardest one.
Very well. I will replace the money myself. This class trial is over.
Okay. I didn't know teachers got paid enough to give students $38 worth of lunch money. That's how it happened. After that, the three of us were the best of friends.
Wow, I had no idea.
Yeah, I had no idea either. I mean, I forgot. That's when I learned what it meant to be alone. Totally alone, without a friend in the world.
You did a good thing, Larry.
Yeah, well, I was just lucky that I took the day off from school. If I'd been there, they would have thought I'd done it. So I took it kind of personally, see? When something smells, it's usually the butts. I was just thinking that. So after the trial. Anyway, Edgeworth and I talked after that class trial. That's when I heard his father was a defense attorney. I remember his eyes would shine when he talked about his father. And I was gay as hell. And that's when I fell in love with him.
I'm going to become a defense attorney just like my father. A famous defense attorney.
I already forgot what voice we gave him. Then, a few months later, he suddenly transferred to another school. So they knew each other for like the end of a semester. Like the end of 3rd grade, they were bestie buddies. And then as soon as school is almost over, he just bounced, gone.
The DL6 incident.
Right. I'm not sure, but the transfer probably had to do with his father's death. That does make sense. I guess his mom's already dead because they only talk about his dad. So either his mom skipped town or she's dead or who knows. Poor kid, he's an orphan now. Miles is secretly Batman.
That's so sad.
It was several years later when I heard Edgeworth's name again. There was an article about him in the newspaper. The headline was something like "Dark Suspicions of a Demon Attorney." Fabricating evidence, manipulating testimonies, covering up facts. The article said he'd do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. But why? What happened? I mean, that's not the Edgy I used to know at all. That's what I thought too. I tried to get in touch with him. I don't know how many times. He's just getting like spam calls from some unknown number. Spam likely, spam likely. I'm not answering this. Who the fuck is this? He never replied. I wrote him letters. I sent him via carrier pigeon. He never responded.
I guess he didn't want to see his old friends.
I don't think that was it. His old friends, they knew him for 3 months, Maya. Like, I know, like, you can become fast friends in that amount of time, but this is like 10 plus years later, and they're like trying to resurface into his life. That's insane to me. Like, no wonder he didn't hear from y'all. Y'all didn't hear from him. He didn't know anything about y'all at that point. Bringing this light down a little, it's a little bright. We will reconvene. I couldn't just drop it though. I became a defense attorney so I could talk to him again. I wanted to meet him, to learn why he had become who he became. That's when I decided. Bet, watch.
Wait, you don't mean... That's why? That's why you became a defense attorney? To meet Edgeworth?
If I was the defense attorney, I knew he'd have to meet me, whether he wanted to or not. Okay, Phoenix is smitten with this man. He went through law school to get back together with this man. That is some dedication. Remember, everybody, don't settle for less. If they won't go to law school just so they can have a chance of facing you in court, it's not real love. In court. Edgeworth believed in me, and I believe in him. He's in pain, and no one's on his side. I'm the only one who knows the real Edgeworth. I'm the only one who can help him. Oh yeah, he is a simp. This is simp level of like, I will get this man set free. Maybe he'll go on a date with me. Whoa, Nick. So is that why you helped me out for free? Yes. We didn't say it was for free. I helped you because I believed in you. Except I don't remember saying I'd do it for free. Wow, he just assumes. Oh, Nick.
Nick! We have to save Mr. Edgeworth if it's the last thing we do, okay?
Right. It very well may be. Larry Butts is the only AA man we're simping for. Incorrect. Have you seen, what is his name? Simon Blackwell from Many Games Later? That man has a raven. Or Godot. Godot? Mr. Coffee himself. And also, Larry doesn't need anybody simping for him. Look. Larry does not need anybody simping for him. He routinely gets with models. Like, he's with this girl named Keonce. He was with that chick that he was accused of killing, Cindy Stone. Just a wannabe Cyclops. That's from the trauma. That's just from the trauma. It's from the blood and the, yeah, no, I won't get into that because we don't want to spoil that. We're going to play that game someday. He does have Riz. He has the most Riz. I don't know how, but Larry Butts, with the shaggy wannabe voice that we've given him, has the most Riz in the entire game. The whole thing. It's pretty great.
First, there's that rental boat shop caretaker. We need to find out who or what he is.
I'd settle for who. I guess I can clean out some of this evidence I no longer need. Okay, let's go. All right, now that we've talked all the talk, we can move. To Gourd Lake. I hope we leave Larry behind, because his voice is hard to do. Oh no. Hey pal, long time no see.
Oh, Detective Gumshoe.
Close one today, eh? I got so worked up, I snapped my tie in half. Sorry about that. No problem, pal. Thanks to you, we now know who really did it.
You mean the boat shop caretaker?
Look, I make you a promise. I'll have that scoundrel in my custody by trial time tomorrow. Come what may. It's my duty to you as a police officer. Now I'm off to catch me a criminal. I think I'm getting better at that. It only took me, 6 episodes.
Detective Gumshoe sure is active today.
Oh, one other thing. Eek! No one could go into the woods today.
The woods?
Where Lotta was camping?
The woods are off limits to camping, and apparently the park ranger found out. He got pretty mad. No one can go in for a while.
I guess Lotta's in a lot of trouble.
Wow.
Anyway, I'll be seeing you tomorrow.
Okay, are you really gone this time, or... Alright, that's one less place that we have to check, so that's good. To the beach, I guess. Huh? The steel eyesore is missing.
Eyesore!
Looks like the hot dog stand is closed too.
I guess Larry's too busy worrying about Mr. Edgeworth to show up for work.
Or maybe he's just bad at his job. Oops, not where I wanted to go. My bad. What? Well, okay, look, I don't know what I clicked on. We just said, oh, Larry's not at work, no hot dogs. I'm gonna go to the cops. Looks like Detective Gumshoe hasn't gotten back yet. I'm sure he won't be coming back today.
Oh, really?
He said there was some guy here to arrest by tomorrow.
We literally just talked to him. Bushok caretaker.
You shouted something about catching her. It's the last thing I do, pal.
Good luck, Gumshoe. Yeah, I didn't mean to go here. Please, game, I didn't mean to do it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I was trying to go somewhere else. Trying to go here. Alright. Let's go pound on the door or something.
That old caretaker got away.
Yep.
I never imagined he might be the real murderer.
Would we? I'd know that clearing of the throat anywhere. Oh my god, it's this guy.
Oh, hello. What might you be doing here? Out for a walk. Ah, the days of my youth, like the scent of fresh lemon. You see.
Mr. Grossberg! This is no time for idle reminiscing. Mr. Edward trial ends tomorrow.
Oh, that is true, yes.
I already forgot what voice we gave him, so I'm just making it up on the fly.
But from what I saw at today's trial, it should be fine, right?
Well, I'm not so sure about that.
Ho ho, what do you mean by that?
Well, I'm not sure.
If you find anything out, come by my office at once. I may be able to offer you some assistance.
His voice just gets, like, more muffly every time we do it, I think. Thanks, bye.
What do you think Mr. Grossberg was doing here anyway?
Who knows? Honestly, a lot of heart could pop up. Old Granny could pop up. Who knows what's gonna happen next? Can we get in? That's the real question. The boat rental shop. Doesn't look like anyone is around.
The caretaker must have run for the hills, huh?
Yeah, looks like it.
He didn't seem like a bad person.
No, just kind of crazy, that's all. Can we go in? Okay. Alright.
Nobody's home.
Did you really expect somebody to be?
Hello, hello.
Hey, it's Polly. I wonder where your owner's gone, Polly.
Hello, hello.
I can't believe he'd run off and leave his poor parrot to fend for herself.
Hello, hello.
How many times am I gonna have to do that game? Please. Examine the food. Everything's cold. Looks like he didn't turn his heater on. Grossberg's voice just descended into Nixon jowl sounds. Yeah. I'm just gonna do that the next time he talks. Just make that sound. I guess he hasn't been back here since the trial. Alright, everything's cold. The whole place is cold.
It doesn't look like he used this kitchen much.
You're right.
I guess the whole pasta restaurant thing was a lie.
What, you thought he was telling the truth? I mean, she was probably hoping a little bit. Okay.
Say, Nick, don't people usually put pictures of fish up on the wall to boast about them?
Yeah, I guess so. You mean pictures of the fish they caught, right?
Right, but don't all the fish on the wall here look pretty puny to you?
Well, you know what they say. You should have seen the one that got away.
Except the one that got away from us was the caretaker, and we did see him.
Why do I feel like we're having two different conversations here? Box.
That reminds me, Nick. Polly here knows the number to the safe, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Polly, what's the number to the safe?
1228.
Hi! I would have said hi to Focus, but our dear PE was just simping over Larry too hard.
Come on, let's open it, Nick.
I'm sure there isn't any money in there. Hello, hello.
Aw. But hey, he keeps it locked, right? So there must be something of value in there.
I'm not so sure.
Okay, Nick, let's see what's in there.
You know, if it wasn't for Maya, like, we would just leave it alone. The only thing in here is a letter.
A letter? Aw, boring.
There's no name or signature on this thing. It's handwritten in very precise, clear letters. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Bum, bum, bum. Edgeworth!
Nick, why would Mr. Edgeworth's name be on here?
How should I know? I'm gonna read the whole thing. He just reads one little line and he's like, what? Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. It also says this is your last chance. Now is the time to get revenge on the 2 men who ruined your life. The rest of the letter goes on to describe the murder plot in detail. How to kill Robert Hammond and frame Edgeworth. Calling Edgeworth out to the lake, getting on the boat, firing twice. This is exactly what I figured out in court today. Today in court. It's all here in perfect detail.
What do you think it means, Nick?
I don't know, but it looks like these are instructions for that caretaker. When he killed Robert Hammond and called out Edgeworth, he was following instructions.
But who could have written that letter? And what does it mean, get revenge on Miles Edgeworth?
Look, I don't know, okay? That's the first thing he said that made sense. But one thing's for certain. This letter is an amazing clue. Go give it to Gumshoe. No, he's looking for the caretaker. How about Polly?
Maybe I should take care of Polly, Nick.
Wow. You probably shouldn't just kidnap her. The police know about her anyway. I'm sure they'll do something.
Well, okay.
Do you know how long parrots live, Maya? Come on now.
Sorry, Polly. He says I can't take you.
Great, now the bird's going to hate me. I don't think the bird understood that. Can we talk to Polly? No, okay. Alright, well. To the beach. Let's go find Grosyberg. Oh, Jowl Man, where are you? Where? Hey, buddy, how you holding up in here? Oh, you look as grim as always. Phoenix, is that you trying to hit on him?
Mr. Edgeworth, I heard the story about the class trial.
Class trial? What do you mean?
You don't remember?
No, I don't.
Your lunch money was stolen, wasn't it? In 3rd grade?
To be fair, like, Phoenix held on to this forever, but like, a few months after this incident, he had the most traumatic day of his life. Like, he's not gonna remember that. Lunch money? Oh right, yes, I seem to remember something like that.
Nick, I think you're the only one who really remembers.
Well, it probably only really mattered to me anyway.
Mr. Edgeworth, didn't you know? That trial was the reason Nick became a defense attorney.
Ridiculous. Who's this Edgeworth fellow? Is he a villain? Yes, he's on trial for murder. Gee, thanks. That said, it does sound like the kind of thing you'd do. You haven't changed a bit, have you, right? So simple. To a fault, even. Well, maybe yeah, but I think you changed too much, Edgeworth. Boom, got him. Perhaps. Hey, Edgy. Hey, Edgeworth. Why did you become a prosecutor, anyway? You used to look up to your dad. You said you wanted to be a defense attorney, right? I couldn't let myself deny reality like you. What do you mean? My father was taken from me, and you want me to defend criminals. I'm sorry, right, but I'm not that good of a person.
One suspect was apprehended in your father's murder, right?
Yes, the man trapped in the elevator with my father. His name was Yoni Yogi. He had to be the shooter, any way you look at it. Yet, he was found innocent. That defense attorney got him off the hook. That would be Robert Hammond. His name was Yanni Yogi, not Yami Yugi. No, it's not Yu-Gi-Oh! He didn't send him to the Shadow Realm. Shadow Realm time. Please, no. On that day, 15 years ago, we were playing Yu-Gi-Oh! In the elevator. The 3 of us were trapped in the elevator for 5 hours. When we were rescued, we all suffered oxygen deprivation. It's time to die, actually, because he killed Edward's dad, or so Edward thinks, or so we all think, because we don't know what happened. He's the only person who could have been in the thing. But they all suffered oxygen deprivation, which really sucks. They all passed out, except his dad didn't suffer from oxygen deprivation. He died. I had lost all memory of the murder. Lost your memory? I like how y'all are talking about Fortnite and stuff while this dramatic shit is happening. Even now, I can't recall what happened in that elevator. That was the crux of Yogi's attorney's argument in court. He claimed Jnana Yogi had not been of sound mind due to the oxygen deprivation. Yogi was released due to a lack of evidence. Innocent. That's when I changed my mind. I started to hate defense attorneys. What's your relationship with Von Karma? Are you guys seeing each other? Is this like a sugar daddy thing? He's my teacher, a man who deserves respect. I learned everything I know of courtroom techniques from him.
So he's like my sister was to you, Nick.
He is a perfectionist in all things. In court, in his personal life. He is obsessed with doing everything perfectly. Wow, so he has OCD. Got it.
Perfectly, huh?
In all the cases he's taken on, none were left unsolved. And not one suspect was ever declared innocent. Ever.
But that's...
I know. It's possible some of the suspects were indeed innocent. However, it is impossible for us to accurately determine that in every case. All Von Karma does is his job, to find the suspect guilty, perfectly. In any case, it's nigh well impossible to find a weakness in him. Should a weakness appear, he would do everything in his power to make it go away. Edgeworth? If what you're saying is true, you're headed for a guilty sentence tomorrow.
He's right! Now's no time to praise the enemy, Mr. Edgeworth.
It's a strange situation in which I find myself, I'll admit. No kidding. Here is a letter that says I'm gonna do it. Edgeworth, see this letter? This came out of the safe in the shack where that boat rental caretaker lives. I see. Revenge on me.
Who's that old guy anyway?
I don't know. Could he be an innocent defendant you got declared guilty or something? Nice, right. But I don't remember that old man. Not at all.
So he was following this letter then?
Which means there was someone else behind it. Yeah, we already know what it says. 2 men, meaning myself and Robert Hammond.
It also says this is your last chance.
Last chance? Wait, maybe. Maybe he's talking about the statute of limitations on the DL6 incident. Bum, bum, bum. I thought we figured this out already, but we're figuring it out in real time. Wait. Wait, that old man.
What is it? Do you know who he is?
Yogi. Could he be Yogi?
Yogi?
Yogi Bear, stealing picnic baskets. The suspect in the DL6 incident. The one who was found innocent. Womp womp. Can we talk about it? Yes. Okay, cool. Jnana Yogi was a court bailiff at the time. We just happened to be in the elevator together 15 years ago. And then a terrible earthquake happened. It was pretty bad, actually. The quake was incredibly strong. Before I knew it, everything was dark. We were there for so long, it felt like forever. The air thinned, and the darkness closed in on us in that little box. We became unsettled.
Oh, I can't breathe.
Quiet, I said quiet. You're not making this any easier. I want to get out. Help, help us get out. Don't shout, you just use up more oxygen.
That's all I remember. When I came to, I was in a hospital bed, staring up at the ceiling. In court, Yanni Yogi's mental condition was called into question. They claimed the oxygen deprivation and stress had caused temporary insanity. In the end, the claim passed for the court, and Yogi was found innocent.
Woo. Huh? But isn't that strange? This letter tells him to get revenge on Edgeworth. Why would he want to take revenge on you?
Right. Yeah? There's something that's been troubling me these last few days. I didn't know whether or not I should tell you. You mean the nightmare? Yeah, he told us he's been having a nightmare. Almost forgot. It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed. A crime you committed? A memory of a murder. I forgot he told us that. Except we did replay all that at the beginning of this episode. I think the time has come to tell all. Alright, let's hear about this nightmare. For the last 15 years, I've had the same dream almost every night. I wake up in a fearful sweat every time.
What kind of dream?
It's a dream about my father's killing in the dark.
Oh, hi, thanks.
Welcome in. Welcome into Edgeworth's tragic backstory. We gave him a sort of British accent. Help, I can't breathe. We already went through this. Quiet, you're not making this any easier. Who is this weeb? I don't know. Why don't you ask him? Get us out. Oh my god. I can only see part of an eye. It's like, oh my god, it's a whole face. I only got part of it. It was separated by the welcome. Rip. I want to get out. Help us. Get us out. Don't shout. You just use up more oxygen. Alright.
I can't breathe. You're using up my air.
Well, what?
Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you. Ah, what? What are you?
Stop breathing my air! No, father. He's attacking father. Then I see the pistol lying by my feet. I don't know if it was evidence from that day in court or the bailiffs. In a daze, I pick up the pistol. And I huck it, because that's how you use a pistol. You throw it at the person.
Get away. Get away from my father.
Bang! I tried to muffle that so it wasn't so terrible on y'all's ears, but I cannot do that a second time. And with that scream, I wake. It's a bone-chilling scream. The audacity. I know. A scream that has rung in my ears for the past 15 years. Caring about ears, I know. I know. At least the mic's not like right here, and then y'all heard that like real time. You know.
But that's just a dream, right? Right?
He looks so troubled. Is Edgeworth bi or just full-on gay? I mean, I'm pretty sure Edgeworth is gay as fuck. Cause like, look at Edgeworth, not him and his unnecessarily feelings for Felix. Nice. That thought is the only thing that has kept me sane for the last 15 years. But what if I'm wrong? What if it's real? They say that sometimes people shut out memories in self-defense. Maybe it was I who killed my father. My father!
What?
You super ship Rightworth? Right on. If you think about it that way, this letter makes sense. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Think about it. Yogi was really innocent. That's why he wanted revenge against me. Wait, Edgeworth, you mean... It was me. I was the true criminal of DL6. I shot my father. Bum, bum, bum. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. He's so edgy. Yes, absolutely. This is bad. We're just in there like, this is just not good for my case. Edgeworth, please.
What are we going to do, Nick? What can we do?
I don't know. I don't think there's anything we can do, like it or not. If there's someone else who knows a lot about the DL6 incident, maybe.
There is, Nick. There is someone else who knows about DL6.
Oh yeah, old Jowl Man himself. All right, let's get out of here. He's just internally screaming. Ah! He finally told Maya and Larry like why he became a defense attorney, and he told Edgeworth, and Edgeworth was like, "Yeah, that tracks. That tracks. You would do something like that." All right, Mr. Missing Painting himself. Mr. Grossberg! During Pride Month of all months, I know.
Hello there. What's wrong? You look troubled.
No kidding. I can't believe you're not.
Just calm down and tell me what's happened,
It's Mr. Edgeworth. He...
These fellas are gay. You right. You right. So we tell him the whole story.
I see. So Mr. Edgeworth brother shot his own father.
It's only a dream. Only a dream.
I wonder.
What?
The prime rib of shipping material. Tasty.
If that's the case, then why do you two look so troubled,
Well...
Edgy and Phoenix definitely gets some mono time going for sure, but we know Phoenix is bi. I'm just wondering if Edge is too. Not a coincidence, I used a meat metaphor. So, I kind of vaguely remember like another lady being super into Edgeworth at some point, and he just does not even remotely see her as like hitting on him. Like he's just not fazed by it. So I really do think he might be, especially in Pride Month.
Well, so consider this. Yogi was quite certain he was a deep brother that filed that book. Some did promote a favor from brother. Let's see what this was. The Mr. Edgeworth book did not a dream. It was real. Mr. Coleman.
Is that getting annoying yet?
Miles Edgeworth did the pressure to stand by smile. In place of fire, and the deed was done.
No. I don't believe it.
It's entertaining while you're playing WoW. Nice.
Yogi was infected with battle, and Pearl was a brave with a brave book of the wrecked. This is something with Miles Edgeworth. This was his last test, of course, with the statute of limitations. So close.
Alright. We gotta give him a better voice because it's not working for me. What do you know about Edgeworth's father?
He was a defense attorney, without peer.
I'm gonna keep doing it.
It sounds right, but it's true. Well, he may have had one beer, now that I think about it. Your mentor, Mia Fang.
My sister?
Gregory Edgeworth was very disapproving of Mr. Von Karmer's techniques.
That's no surprise.
Von Karmer is a strange man. Court testimonies and evidence are nothing to him. The results? He's a perfect win in court. To beat him, Gregory Edgeworth tried to call attention to his methods.
And?
He lost. And died in despair, as it were.
I see.
when Gregory Edwards was killed, the police called on a spirit medium. That was your mother, Misty Fey.
As it were. You know, like you do. Yeah. As you do.
I'm Gregory Edwards. I've been killed.
The one who shot me was the bailiff Yanni Yogi. This is Ghost, in case you're wondering.
Your Yogi was found innocent.
That's when my mother left us. Everyone called her a fraud.
That's right. Everyone thought she was insane. Yet, now that I think about it, it seems the one who lied was Gregory Edwards' ghost. Gregory Edwards must have known who shot him.
I don't believe it. So you're saying he falsified his testimony? That Edgeworth's dad lied to protect his son?
It's only a possibility, mind you. But a possibility nonetheless.
What if we show him the letter?
Oh, so this is the letter. It does seem that Yogi was following this letter when he killed Hammond.
Why does he pause so much? Are we supposed to be taking like big old pauses between his lines? Ugh.
But why kill Robert Hammond?
Hammond was a skilled defense attorney. But he defended clients not for their sake, but for his own.
Oh. What is happening? There's something going on my phone and I don't know why. Hope nothing serious is going on. Sorry. I know. My phone was doing its thing and I didn't want it to ring in all of y'all's ears. So I was putting it on silent and telling them to text me later. Huh? His own sake?
I never trusted his clients, I won. The only thing he trusted was his own ability.
But he got his client found innocent, so why should it matter?
Yeah, it's really tinny when it rings on the mic. So I'm like, ooh, let me just like, let's figure that out. Alright.
Actually, my dear, is quite different. He was not innocent verdict for no one but himself. Yogi was a free man, but socially, he was ruined.
Huh?
You'll understand soon enough.
Wait! What is it?
This letter. I've seen this handwriting somewhere before, a long time ago. Whose handwriting was this?
Well, it couldn't have been Miles, because he's getting revenge on Miles. It couldn't have been Yanni Yogi, because, I mean, obviously he's not going to write a letter to himself. It could be Manfred, because he's the only one we can think of that's not, like, provedly not it. So this is really just a question of not it. So, Manfred, I guess. Could it be Manfred von Karma? We don't really have anything to support this, so Phoenix is just kind of picking a name out of a hat at this point. And I don't know why it was on the list of options, so.
Von Karma? Why would it have something to do with this?
Well, I'm not sure.
Karma. Von Karma. Wait! You're right, my boy! This is Von Karma's handwriting. I'm sure of it. I used to see it all the time in court reports.
What? But that means the one who told Mr. Yogi to kill was...
Correct. Manfred von Karma himself.
What does this mean, then? Why would Von Karma want to frame Edgeworth? I thought that was his protege. What is happening? Tell us about Prosecutor Von Karma.
If it truly was Von Karma who wrote this letter, then he would know the truth. He would know that Mr. Miles Edward had accidentally killed his own father. I'll say as much tomorrow in court, I should think. And press the point until the court finds Miles Edward guilty.
Oh no.
But how could Von Karma know about Mr. Edgeworth's past like that? Even Mr. Edgeworth thought it was just a nightmare.
That I do not know. And I do know that Von Karma is both persistent and a perfectionist. He may be seeking to satisfy a grudge against Gregory Edgeworth by hurting his son.
What do you mean?
It was 15 years ago. Von Karma met Gregory Edgeworth in court, and Von Karma did win. But he didn't make it through the trial unscarred.
Unscarred Gregory versus Manfred. What happened in the trial between Edgeworth's dad and Von Karma? Ooh, the music stopped.
Von Karma got the guilty verdict he wanted. He won the trial. But Gregory Edgeworth accused Von Karma of false evidence. And then he lost the trial. Mr. Edgeworth's accusation stood.
Faulty evidence?
It was the only penalty Von Karma has ever received in his career as a prosecutor.
Ooh.
Gregory Edgeworth took a blow to his perfect trial record.
Wow.
It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see.
A vacation?
Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and the last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting.
Really? He doesn't take vacations? Hi, Suo! Like, go to the sea or, to the mountains? Don't tell me he's never been to Europe. Hello. You have strange ideas about vacations, Maya.
But in any case, that was the only time he took a vacation for work. I believe the penalty upset him quite a lot.
Odd. If he wanted to keep a perfect record so badly, why would he take such a long vacation? What do we do, Nick? Von Karma is gonna bring up the DL6. You can bet on it. What if Mr. Edgeworth pleads guilty to DL6? I won't let him. Just like slamming his hands on his desk instead of the little thing.
Yes, Mr. Wright. I hate to say this, but even accidental murder is murder, you know.
I know that. I just believe in Edward's innocence. His innocence, huh? I can't believe he'd kill someone. But Nick, Mr. Edgeworth admits it himself. His father must have lied to protect him from beyond the grave. I don't care. I know he's not guilty. Wow. Phoenix is losing it right now. Like, just straight up losing it. Okay, come on, buddy.
Mr. Wright, if you say so, I suppose I could go check again. The police files might hold something of interest.
Mr. Grossberg, thank you.
I can't promise anything. In fact, I think the chances of finding something are slim.
I understand. The police materials. Alright. Police materials. Nope. Sorry, lover, we're in the middle of something. Police. Police Department Criminal Affairs. Alright. There's hardly anyone here. Everyone must be out looking for the old guy, Yogi.
Oh, it's you! I don't think I'm surely heading back to do. He's staying out late looking for someone.
Sounds like Detective Gumshoe is pounding the pavement for real. We were wondering if we could check the records room again?
Well, now I can't have just anyone running around in there. But I guess Mr. Von Karma's in there now anyway. You can go in as long as he's in there.
Von Karma?
Yes, he just arrived actually.
Von Karma's in the record room!
Nick, let's hurry!
It's Von Karma in the record room with a steel baton. I don't know. We snuck in right behind him. Dusty as always. We were only just here yesterday. I'm sure they haven't had time to clean. Just haven't had time to clean. What's wrong, Nick? Nothing. I was just noticing that he isn't here. Von Karma. Where could he be? Is he hiding in this drawer? Huh? One of the drawers here is open. Someone must have been looking in it recently. The label says unsolved cases evidence. Unsolved cases? Nick! The file for DL6, it's completely empty. What? Oh god, I forgot. Alright.
What are you doing in here?
Karma!
You. Alright. Alright. We have to be prepared to do Von Karma's voice. Oh my goodness. How do you know my name?
Huh?
Have we met?
What are you saying? We see each other every day, don't we? We're Miles Edgeworth's defense team.
Defense team? I beg your pardon. You see, I rarely remember defense attorneys. They are like bugs to me. Needless things to be crushed. I can see how this guy was Edgeworth's mentor. Oh, he's really creepy.
Mr. Edgeworth is your student, right?
A romanticist who still can't shed the veneer of amateurism. Just like his father, always second-rate. Mr. Von Karma, you had an axe to grind with Mr. Gregory Edgeworth, didn't you? Me? A grudge against a mere defense attorney? Why? Because he had dealt a blow to your otherwise perfect trial record. So you did, but what I don't get is, why did you take his son under your wing afterwards? The son of your most bitter rival. That, my dear attorney, is none of your business. Wow. Okay. Alright. Okay, buddy. Tomorrow will be the last day of this trial. It's been a while since I've had a defense attorney last this long. Still, you will lose in the end. Miles Edgeworth will admit his own guilt. His guilt of 15 years ago, you mean? You're quite the researcher. If you've done your homework so well, then clearly you must understand. You know what Miles Edgeworth will tell the court tomorrow. We were right. So Von Karma is going to bring up DL6 in court tomorrow. Maybe we can get him to talk about DL6? Fool. You think I, a prosecutor, would give you, a defense attorney, information? Bah!
Creep.
Oh, same thing. Okay. Okay. He's probably gonna say this to everything. We probably don't have what we need. Oh. Okay. Alright. Mr. Von Karma, have a look at this. This was you, wasn't it? You instructed Yana Yogi to commit murder. Yana Yogi. How many years has it been since I've heard him called by that name? He's a fool. I told him to burn it after he read it.
So you admit it? You wrote Mr. Yogi this letter.
Yes, my dear defense attorney. Thank you for taking the trouble to bring it to me. You've saved me from a lot of needless hassle. What?
Nick, what is that thing?
Oh my god, it's a stun gun for self-defense, usually. He's gonna taser us. Indeed. 600,000 volts will course through your body like a dog touching an electric fence. 600,000? Oh, don't worry. People don't die from it, usually. Now give me the letter. No!
No!
Whoa, what are you?
Nick, run! Ah!
Maya! Out of my way. Wow, instead of running, he just got zapped too. It's like... He got us. The letter's gone, of course. And he took the DL6 evidence. All of it. Uh-oh. Back to having no clues. Did we mess up? Wait, Maya jumped first. Maya, is she okay? Maya. Maya, open your eyes! Is she okay? Maya!
The letter. Did he take it?
Huh? Oh, yeah. Are you okay?
I couldn't stop him. I jumped as fast as I could, but one shot from that thing knocked me out cold. I'm useless. I'm no good as a lawyer or a medium. I can't even call my sister. Not even now, when we need her the most. I wish I hadn't woken up at all.
Oh, Maya. Maya! Ugh. There has to be some way I can help her. They better do something about her self-confidence first. Hmm? Maya. She's holding something. What is that? A bullet? DL6 incident, evidence number 7. Taken from the heart of Gregory Edgeworth. I remember. Von Karma was holding this when Maya jumped him. Bum, bum, bum! We got a bullet. I'll prove it to you, Maya. You're most definitely not useless. Just a little bit. I'll prove it to you in court tomorrow. That seems like a long time to make her wait. I'm just saying. Alright. Whew. Alright. Are we gonna get through this whole thing today? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. Final day. Trial. Alright. Alright. Here we go. This is it. Judgment Day. Today, things are going to get settled at last. A lot of things. Oh my god. Ah! What's the big idea?
Sorry, Nick. I only touched your shoulder. I guess the shock hasn't worn off from my run-in with the stun gun yesterday.
Settle it. Drop him to the ground.
Anyhow, today's the last day of the trial. Good luck, Nick.
Yeah, thanks, Maya. Apparently, she got so electrified that she's giving off electricity now. I don't think that's how stun guns work. Edgeworth is looking glum, as always, because he's edgy. I hope Von Karma doesn't push him too hard. Whoa! What are you doing?
Sorry, I'm sorry. I just thought I'd cheer you up with a pat on the back.
Maya, maybe you should go outside and discharge?
Right, good idea.
Try not to electrocute anyone on your way out. Ooh, pow! Oh no! What's gotten into that girl? Detective Gumshoe! Morning, Mr. Edgeworth. Good morning. How did it go, Detective? Have no fear. As promised, I captured the runaway caretaker. I just brought him in. Took all night, pal. Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. You must be tired. Actually, after that shock I got on the way in, I feel pretty good. Yogi says he's forgotten his own name. But that has to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember his past? He does remember, and I'm going to prove it. Alright. Let's do this. It's us versus Batman. I mean Von Karma. Oh, what voice do we give the judge? Let's see. What voice did we give him? I think it was pretty similar to Grossberg, and I don't really want to do the whole time. So I don't remember what voice we gave him.
Court is now in session for the trial of Miles Edgeworth.
We'll just settle for that kind of but not quite as jowly, I guess. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready.
Right, very well. We reached the final day of our proceedings in this trial. I ask the prosecution submit decisive evidence.
Understood. Come on, don't be awed into silence by every little thing he says.
Very well, Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement.
Right. Thanks to Detectives Gumshoe's efforts, the boat rental shop caretaker has been arrested. In yesterday's trial, the defense asserted that the caretaker was the murderer. However, the caretaker has yet to confirm this. I would like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary.
Very well. Please bring the witness into the courtroom.
Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I believe you all remember our witness. He lives in the boat rental shop on the lake from where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he has currently lost memory of his name and identity.
Witness, why did you run away yesterday?
The witness was not running away, as he will now testify.
I see. Very well, please begin your testimony.
Oh, We gave him like an old-timey type voice. Why I left court.
I'm really sorry about just leaving yesterday like I did. But I wasn't running away or nothing. I went to buy some food for Polly, see? They figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. I mean, I need one of those motive things, right? And I don't got one. So my testimony yesterday stands as is.
I guess we're gonna have to press him.
Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination, shall we?
He has to know his name. Yanni Yogi. You're Yanni Yogi, and I'm going to prove it. Alright, let's do this. Press. I'd call what you did running away and not just leaving. You heard Larry's testimony and realized you were in danger. Now, Mr. Wright, there's no need to rush to conclusions. As I said, the witness was not running away. Listen to the testimony. He sure seems relaxed. In fact, they both do, Von Karma and Yanni Yogi. Then why did you leave? He's just about to say why. Is it so hard for you to just quietly listen when someone is talking? Yes. If I sat quietly, Edgeworth would be guilty in 3 minutes. It's true. Food?
Well, Polly is a bit of a gourmand, you see. She only eats these high-quality bird pellets from France. They only have them in the big pet shop downtown.
But you weren't arrested until this morning. Why didn't you go back to the caretaker's shack?
Well, I kinda got lost, you see.
The witness has trouble remembering things sometimes. When the police apprehended him, he was on his way back to the shack. Yeah, right. Nice try, Von Karma. No one's going to believe that. Everyone believed it.
Oh, I see, so he was lost.
Please, Your Honor, come to your senses. Got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. You've lost much of your memory, is that correct?
Yep. Seems like it.
Then how could you know that you didn't have anything to do with this incident? Ooh, got him. Or maybe you're lying about not having your memory. You know exactly who you are. The witness has testified quite clearly that he has no memory of who he is. If you claim he's lying, then show the court proof. How am I supposed to prove what's going on? Why is that? Why is that? Von Karma is the most evilest looking mofo in gaming. You're right. I was trying to figure out why that was blocked by the auto mod. That was weird. How am I supposed to prove what's going on in that old codger's head? That's impossible.
I'm glad you've come to your senses, Mr. Wright. Very well, witness. Please continue.
He's got just like the jutty out his chin. He's really ugly. And those motive things. How can you say you had no motive? I say you do. You had a grudge against Edgeworth and the victim, Robert Hammond. That's why you took revenge on them, right?
Please don't make me repeat myself, Mr. Wright. This witness has no memory of anything beyond several years ago. He can't hold a grudge. It's impossible.
I have to prove he's lying about his memory. Otherwise, it's going to be the same thing over and over until the trial ends.
Might I say something, Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor?
You've been saying the same thing now over and over. You've been calling the witness's memory of the past, or lack thereof, into question. But does this really have anything to do with the current case?
Of course, Your Honor. The witness has said he has nothing to do with this case and no motive. Both of these statements are lies. We're getting the hype music now. All right.
Order, order! Mr. Wright, this is a serious problem with your there is a serious problem with your claim.
Oh, sorry.
Or are you saying you know who this witness is?
Of course, Your Honor. Don't you all know? Are we not all on the same page here?
Oh, now this is interesting. I would like to know myself. So, who is he?
Don't play dumb, Von Karma.
Mr. Wright, please tell us the witness's name.
Gregory Edgeworth, thought to be dead all these years. Robert Hammond, the victim in this case. No, Yanni Yogi, obviously. His name is Yanni Yogi, former court bailiff.
Yogi? That name seems familiar. About 15 years familiar.
Oh!
Yanni Yogi, from the DL6 incident.
Everybody just knows it. It's just like common coffee table stuff. Figures the judge would have heard of it. It was such a famous case.
Well, what does this mean?
Your Honor, if this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a clear motive. If he's Mr. Yogi. That's supposed to be his laugh, but like, I don't know how to make that a laugh sound.
Jumping to conclusions again, Mr. Wright. This man, this witness, is Yanni Yogi. Fascinating. However, how do you propose to prove this to the court?
Wow. How are we gonna prove it?
This is a court of law, as you may recall. You need proof. And allow me to repeat once more that the witness has lost his memory.
This is it. I have to do this now. If I can't prove he's Yogi right here, right now, right here, right now, then I've got nowhere else to go.
Nick, how are you going to prove it? How can you prove that he's Yanni Yogi?
It's okay. It's actually quite simple. Your Honor, please take this man's fingerprints. Then we'll compare them to the fingerprints on file for Yanni Yogi 15 years ago. Duh.
I see. That makes sense.
Dang it. Okay, this is another updated autopsy report all over again. That's all this is. That's all this is. Huh?
I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright.
Ooh, why? Did you steal his fingerprints? Just, ooh, I like fingerprints.
The witness has no fingerprints.
What? What? No fingerprints?
You see, before I worked as a caretaker, I worked at a chemical plant. I burned my fingerprints. Fingers working with the stuff. Yep.
What? Yogi, you sneak. You burn your fingerprints off to hide your past.
Well, if the witness has no fingerprints, I guess we will not be able to prove his identity.
No. What will you do, Mr. Wright? It seems that the case has been decided, no? No! I know what happened. I know everything. I just can't prove it. But no, I can't let in like this. I can't lose. There has to be another way. There is no one who can testify as to who this witness is. No one.
Nick, what are we going to do?
I didn't even consider that he might have erased his fingerprints. What do I do? Well, Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to cross-examine his parrot for a little comic relief. Yeah, very funny. You're a sore winner, Von Karma. Wait a second. Cross-examine his parrot?
What is it, Nick? No, you're not going to.
Your Honor. Oh no. The defense would like to take Mr. Von Karma up on his proposal.
Take Mr. Von Karma up?
On my proposal? Exactly, Your Honor. I would like to cross-examine the witness's pet parrot. Oh my god, we're gonna cross-examine a parrot. Oh my god, okay. Alright, cool. Whew, alright. Completely straight face. Phoenix was like, yeah, I'm gonna do that, actually.
Order. What do you think, Mr. Von Karma?
Need you even ask? This is a farce. I object. Objection. Wait a second. You were the one who suggested I cross-examine the parrot, Von Karma. I have a right to do as you suggested. Well, if you're so desperate, then please be my guest. Of course, should you go through with this, and nothing comes of it, then I hope you're ready for the consequences.
Nick, this is crazy.
Well, still want to go through with your little game? No, maybe not. Yes, absolutely. Put the parrot on the stand. Oh, sorry. Let the parrot take the stand. I was close. I will cross-examine her, Your Honor. This is the most ridiculous thing I have ever heard. Von Karma's rigged every person's testimony, every piece of evidence. Except the parrot. She's my last chance. At least, I think so. Whew.
Bailiff, bring in the parrot.
Bring in the parrot. All right. There's a parrot on the stand. This is a court of law. This is the court of law. That's quite a bird. Please tell us your name.
Name. The witness is ignoring me.
It must hurt to be ignored by a bird.
Ahem. Well, witness, who is your owner? Please testify for us.
All right.
Hello.
All right.
Certainly the most concise testimony we've had so far. Very well. Begin your cross-examination.
Right.
What are you going to do, Nick?
I don't know. What do we do, Maya? Press the parrot, I guess?
Hello.
Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to her.
Right, what do I say?
Have we forgotten something? As I recall, 2 days ago, Maya asked her, have we forgotten something? And she said,
Polly, have we forgotten something?
Don't forget DL6.
I'm getting good at that parrot sound. If I can get Polly to say that here, that will prove that the caretaker had something to do with DL6.
Polly, have we forgotten something?
Hello.
Uh-oh.
That's not what you're supposed to say. Forgot. Something we forgot.
Hello.
Uh-oh. It's not working, Nick. She won't say it.
This is ridiculous. Why won't she say it? Something the matter, Mr. Wright. Wait. Don't tell me Von Karma expected this. He couldn't have retrained the parrot, could he? I mean, that doesn't seem likely, but did he train her not to respond when we asked if we'd forgotten anything? How would he have guessed that we were gonna ask that? Alright, let's go down the list, I guess. Witness, you can't just say hello, blah blah blah. Maya, you talk to her. What do I say? What's your name? Maybe I should get her to say her name?
Polly, what's your name?
Polly. Mr. Wright, I think we've established that this parrot is named Polly. Does this have anything to do with her owner's identity?
Yeah, of course. Yes, it does.
Ah, fascinating. You claim that the parrot's name will prove her owner's identity. Then show us this proof.
Nick, don't you think you're taking the bluffing a little too far?
Are we? What do we have? Do we know anything about this man other than he's involved in DL6? What's in the file? Alright, let's see. No clues found on the scene. Miles Edgeworth, blah blah blah. Court bailiff trapped in the elevator with the Edgeworth's memory after his arrest. Fiance Polly Jenkins committed suicide. Okay, maybe. I was actually taking the bluffing a little too far, but listen, we're not here to answer the question of who is the caretaker. We're here to prove that he is Yanni Yogi. All we have to do is tie the name Polly to Yogi. Your Honor, the proof that the parrot's name reveals the caretaker's identity is, this thing that I literally just looked at for the first time, and I probably should have looked at it sooner. Take that.
The DL6 case file? Objection. That's quite a large file you have there. Which page is this proof on, then? Show us, or stop wasting our time. Very well. Mr. Wright, please show us the page. Where in this file is the information connected to the parrot's name?
I don't remember what page it was. Suspect data. Okay. It's on the suspect data page. This page has all the information about Yanni Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide. See?
Indeed. It does say that, yes.
What was his fiancée's name?
Polly Jenkins. Polly!
Exactly, Your Honor. Came just in time for Yami Yugi. Yep. We're sending him to the Shadow Realm instead of the other way around. Sorry, Pharaoh, you're not getting away this time. Shadow Realm. Bitches. I really gotta fix that auto mod. He wanted to remember the name of his fiancée who had committed suicide. That's why he named his parrot after her.
I see. I guess that is possible.
Objection. Bah, a mere coincidence, that's all. My granddaughter has a dog name she calls Phoenix. Well, Mr. Phoenix Wright, does that make you my granddaughter's fiancé? Granddaughter?
She's only 7 years old. Indeed. Alone, it is little weak for evidence in a murder trial.
Trying the heart of the cards your way out of this one, biatch.
We would need some other corroborating evidence.
Where am I gonna find that?
Nick, we're getting closer. One more. If we can just get one more piece of evidence.
Right, but what?
Very well, witness. You may continue.
Alright, so we proved the connection between the bird's name and his fiance's name. with that last one. So I guess we'll just press it and ask the last question. Hello, hello, blah, blah, blah. What do I say? What is the safe number? Maybe I'll get her to say the number of that safe. Huh? The safe? Why? Let's just try to get her to say anything, okay? Polly, what was the number of the safe in the shack?
1228! 1228!
My, what a reckless parrot. Well, Mr. Wright, you aren't claiming that this number has something to do with the caretaker.
Yes. Actually, it does. That's why I had her say it. What does it have to do with the caretaker? Okay, what else in DL6 would be... Oh, the date of the case, 12/28. That's right. Okay. All right.
Ha, ridiculous. How can the number to a safe tell us who the caretaker is? Show us your proof. What could possibly link this number to the caretaker's true identity?
This thing. This thing again! The DL6 case file.
What is this obsession you have with that case? Mr. Wright, where in the file is something relating to that safe number?
Case summary. It's on the case summary page.
The case summary?
Specifically, the date on which the DL6 incident occurred.
The date of the incident, December 28th? Why, that's today's date, 15 years ago.
And the number on that safe is 12/28.
Huh.
He used the date of the DL6 incident as the number for his safe, Your Honor. That's how important that date was to him. Thank you, bot.
I see. It certainly is an interesting coincidence. People often do set their secret numbers to dates. Object. Bah, this is not tangible proof. I set my ATM's card number to 0001 because I'm number 1. That has nothing to do with the date. Nothing. That's enough. I think we've reached a conclusion here. This is a mere coincidence, that's all. True, that is a possibility. However, 2 coincidences at the same time seems more like a pattern to me. What are you saying? Summon the caretaker of the boat shop. Immediately.
Did he run away again? Okay, good. Still here.
Witness, tell us your name. Wait. This witness, he doesn't remember.
No, it's okay.
Oh my god, he's so much taller.
I've accomplished what I wanted to do. I'm done.
Nick, he looks totally different. This is the real Yogi, I think. Finally. He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity. Acting for 15 years.
Well, let me ask you again. Please state your name for the court.
My name is...
Sorry.
My name is Yanni Yogi. 15 years ago, I served as a bailiff in this very court.
I'm still getting the same voice. I don't care if he stood up straight.
Order. Yanni Yogi. So was it you who killed Robert Hammond? And tried to frame Miles Edgeworth for his death? Yes, it was me. I did it. They put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond, he said I was mentally unsound. He told me it would make me innocent, get me off the hook. So I pretended to have brain damage. I was innocent, really, but he didn't believe me. We won the trial, but I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiancé, my social standing. Then on this year, 15 years later, a package arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail. It was a plan for me to take my revenge on the people who ruined my life. I didn't care who had sent it. I thought this was my chance. After 15 years, this was it. Finally, a chance to have my revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth. I have no regrets. Wait a moment. Revenge against Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean? I'm not at liberty to speak on that matter. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth yourself? Anyway, I admit it. I was the one who killed Robert Hammond.
Innocent! Woo!
Von Karma, where is Mr. Yogi? Under arrest, Your Honor. I saw no room for error in his confession. Then the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, is...
innocent. In this case, at least.
Very well. Will the defendant please take the stand?
Alright, we got our innocent verdict. Woo! We did it!
There are a few mysteries left unsolved. Still, you are cleared of suspicion for this particular case.
Yeah, okay.
So I would like to pass judgment on the murder of Robert Hammond. Any objections?
Alright, no objections from Phoenix. Or Edgeworth. Or Von Karma. I don't believe it. Why isn't Von Karma saying anything?
Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth,
not guilty. Woo! Break out the confetti! We did it! We did it! We did it! We did it! We managed to figure out this weird convoluted plot. I don't know how that happened. Alright, that is all.
Court is adjourned.
Nice. We did it. Oh, hell.
Did someone just say objection?
Wasn't Von Karma. Wait, but that means... No. Edgeworth! Dang it, Edgy. Your Honor, I object to your judgment.
What do you mean?
I'm not innocent at all. As we have heard, Yanni Yogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But revenge for what? Nick! Edgeworth is trying to confess. He's going to say he's guilty. He's going to tell them he was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He's going to tell them he killed his own dad. Maya, you're telling them right now. Shut up. Uh-oh, what do I do? Yeah, raise an objection. Objection. The judgment has already been passed. I object to Edgeworth's outburst. Didn't something like this happen yesterday, too? I believe a certain witness raised an objection after a guilty verdict was passed. That would be Larry. We must hear this new statement. We must hear Miles Edgeworth.
He's right. We have a duty to hear Mr. Edgeworth out.
No, we don't. We just tell him to shut up and get him off the stand. For 15 years, I have had a reoccurring dream. A nightmare. It's only a nightmare. That's what I told myself. But now I know it wasn't a dream. Yanni Yogi wasn't the killer.
You mean in the incident where your father died?
From the distance of the shot. From the distance of the shot, it wasn't suicide either. Everything was as clear as day. The murderer. The criminal in the DL6 incident. It was me. Your Honor, I confess my guilt. I am guilty for DL6, the statute of limitations of which ends today. Wow! The culprit is me! That's a good use of the gibble emote right now.
Order, order! This is certainly unexpected. The defendant declared innocent is confessing to a different crime. A crime for which the statute of limitations runs out today. I'm not really sure how I should deal with this.
Bah. It's obvious. We hold a trial, right here, right now. We tried this man for his crime of 15 years ago. You could have waited to say it till tomorrow. Come on, Edgy.
I think I would like to take a 5-minute recess. During this time, I will consider the appropriate course of action to take. Court is adjourned.
Man, if he had just kept a lid on it for 24 hours, this would have been okay. Also, my fan is blowing right into my eye and drying it out, but we're gonna make it work. I'm sorry, right? I've just wasted all of your effort. Mr. Edgeworth, I just don't believe it, sir. I mean, you kill your dad? I didn't want to believe it myself, detective. But it's the truth. I deserve to be punished. I'm a naughty boy. Murder is murder, no matter what the circumstances. This is crazy, just crazy!
Nick, what are you doing?
Huh? Oh. I was just reading through the court record once more. I'm getting my case ready.
Your case for what?
Huh? Isn't it obvious? I'm going to prove that Miles Edgeworth is innocent. Well, what are you talking about, pal? He just admitted to it. He confessed that he did it. In court. I'm sorry, Edgeworth, but I don't believe your nightmare. Phoenix is making the move to be the top. Yeah. But what? It's just a dream. It's not real. Phoenix is really making the move to be the big spoon. That's what this is. He's gonna hold him close during his nightmares. The truth is right here in this court record. In any case, tighten your belts. Tighten them. The real fight is just beginning. You heard it here first, chat. Tighten your belts. It's not like Thanksgiving, where we loosen all our belts. This time, we tighten them. Oh no, everything flickered. I'm so sorry. I'll prove you're innocent. Trust me. Right. Well. Dun dun dun. I like the music in this game. Do 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 do.
Now then, I would like to resume our trial.
Judge, Miles Edgeworth has admitted his own guilt. He has confessed his crime. Let us begin by hearing his testimony. Then, though pointless, let the defense do their cross-examining. The statute of limitations on the DL6 runs out today. Though it's unconventional for me, I'd like to run this one by the book.
I see. Does the defense have any objections?
Nope. No, Your Honor. Von Karma, you knew this was going to happen from the very beginning, didn't you?
Very well. Will Miles Edgeworth take the stand?
Will the witness state his name and profession?
Miles Edgeworth, I am a prosecuting attorney.
Mr. Edgeworth,
15 years ago, you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is this correct?
It is correct.
Then testify about this matter to the court.
When Edgeworth was telling me about his dream yesterday, I noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit. That will be the key, but only if I can get it to work. Please, please. She's over there like, please, please, please. I'm gonna summon my sister, something. Please. Trying to keep it cool because it's hot where you are? Same. That day, I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. That's all.
And until now, you thought this memory was a dream?
We were stuck in that elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in the elevator ran out, and I lost my memory of the events.
Ah, the same claim Mr. Yogi has made.
Very well.
Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
Yes, Your Honor. Alright. We had to get our case ready, but what do we even have to prove that he's innocent? What do we have? What do we have? What do we have? DL6. Okay, DL6. Whoop, shoot. I pushed the wrong button, chat. Your Honor contradicts the evidence. It doesn't, because I pushed the wrong button. We're gonna pretend I didn't do that. Y'all didn't see that. It didn't happen. Whoops. My bad. Okay. I just want to review the court record. I didn't actually want to present. Alright, check the case file. Alright, oxygen was depleted. No clues found on the scene. Trapped in the elevator, returning from a lost trial with his son. One bullet found in heart. The murder weapon was fired twice. Court bailiff was found with the Edgeworths. Memory loss due to oxygen deprivation. After his arrest, fiance committed suicide. Okay? Alright. So... the judge has gilf vibes. Grandpa you'd like to fuck? Whoa. Calm down, Ash. Okay. So only one bullet was found in the body, but the weapon was fired twice. So I wonder if that has anything to do with it. You've seen my type. Oh no. Alright. So Edgeworth is slumped against the wall. And in all of the memories, he's kind of against the wall. So how did the bullet end up in the window? And then this was taken out of his heart. It still bears the ballistic markings. Okay. Something heavy fell at my feet. Picked it up. One of them stopped fighting. There was a single gunshot and then a scream. The gun fired once? Yes. I think after I threw it, I lost consciousness. Since then, they've echoed in my head every day. That gunshot and that horrible scream. The scream. Alright, so he says a single gunshot. But... the gun in the incident... Is this where it was? The weapon was fired twice. Okay. So, I don't see anywhere else where it says that the weapon was fired twice, so we're gonna go with this as our thing. Oh, apparently we're on the right track. Nice. Okay. Are you sure you only heard one gunshot? Yes, I'm sure of that. I heard the shot and the scream. Then everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came. Or shoot. No, Your Honor, unfortunately, you don't. Look at this file one more time. This plainly contradicts the witness's testimony.
You do enjoy dragging out that file, don't you? I don't accept this evidence. Unless you can tell us what page it's on.
Pages again. What page contradicts it? Victim data, right? That's the only page we haven't presented is the victim data, I think. Yes, victim data, okay. I love this jam. Look at the victim data in this file. We've presented everything else, this must be it. It says, quite plainly, the murder weapon was fired twice. Miles Edgeworth only heard one gunshot. Yet the murder weapon was fired twice. The first shot was the accidental firing when the pistol was thrown. So who fired the remaining shot?
Was there perhaps another shooter that fired the second shot?
Drop that hammer of justice, if you know what I mean. Look at that. Doesn't that just say someone who knows his way? That bald head, that full beard. The whole chat is simping for the judge. It's okay.
Your Honor, as I'm sure you're aware, this incident occurred 15 years ago. The evidence is dated. The pistol did fire twice. However, we do not know when that second shot was fired. It might have fired the day before the incident.
You started it. You did start it.
There is no proof that the second shot had anything to do with this incident.
What?
I see. You do have a point. Mr. Wright, the murder weapon was fired twice, as we have heard. One of those shots was fired by the defendant, a boy at the time. Do you have any proof that the other shot fired had something to do with the case?
Do we? Bluff it. Yes, absolutely. Your Honor, I think I will be able to show you proof.
What? Impossible.
I stole all your evidence. You shouldn't have any. Well, you know what? Fuck you, Von Karma.
Now, Mr. Von Karma, save your surprise for after you've seen the evidence. I'm used to this by now, because Phoenix Wright does this all the time. Very well, Mr. Wright, show us your proof. Do you have evidence that the second firing of the pistol is related to this incident?
Okay. So, one bullet was found in Mr. Edgeworth. So if it was in him, there's no way it could have gone through him and through the window. So the fact that there's another hole... I hope this works. Look at this photograph. Every time we do it makes us laugh. That's probably the 6th time I've made that joke this whole series. This is a photograph of the crime scene of the crime 15 years ago.
I can see that the victim lying there is Gregory Edgeworth.
This proves the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. This photo proves it.
So, let me get this straight.
Yeah. We haven't gotten to the bump in the thing yet.
This photo proves 2 shots were fired. Where?
Your Honor, please get a clue. We have to point it out. Show the judge the contradiction. Okay, so the first bullet was found in him, in his heart, so it would be over here somewhere. Surprising that there's not a lot of blood right here, but, you know, whatever. Which means it couldn't have gone through him, which means this hole should not exist. So, that hole right there. As should be obvious, the contradiction is here.
I see. A bullet hole in the door.
Your Honor! Gregory Edgeworth was killed by a shot from the pistol. Yet there is also a bullet hole in the elevator door. We also know that the murder weapon was fired twice. Thus, someone other than Edgeworth fired that second shot. Wow. Wow.
Order! Mr. Wright, what are you driving at?
It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went into Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other hit the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out. In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else.
Mr. Wright, but who could that someone else be?
The murderer, of course.
I knew I should have stepped in before your wild fantasies got out of hand. Mr. Wright, look once more at the DL6 case file. Look closely. Try the case summary page.
The case summary. That's on page 1. Oh, what does it say? I'm sure they're about to recap it for us, but like... No clues found on the scene. Okay, alright.
Look what is written there. Not a single clue was found on the scene. If the pistol had indeed been fired 2 times, then the other bullet would have been discovered on the scene.
I mean...
He does have a point.
That second bullet has never been found. Why? Because the second bullet does not exist.
The second bullet theory, everybody. That's what killed JFK.
The bullet that claimed Gregory Edgeworth's life was the one fired by his own son.
That is the truth of this matter. The whole truth. It was undoubtedly something else that made that bullet hole in the door.
I think not, Von Karma, and we're gonna prove it. I don't know how yet.
Order. I will have order. Mr. Wright has proven one thing to us quite clearly. That the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. However, as Mr. Von Karma says, the second bullet fired was not found. It is highly unlikely that the police merely overlooked this second bullet. So all we have is the single bullet fired. I'm afraid I have to discount the defense's claim.
I praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter.
Well, I don't. How did this happen? I don't believe the second bullet didn't exist. Was I wrong? Have I been wrong about this whole incident? What are you doing, Nick? Why aren't you raising an objection? I'm sorry, Maya.
What?
It looks like I was wrong.
Nick?
If the second bullet wasn't there, then all my conjectures are for nothing.
No. But you said you'd do it, Nick. You said you'd get Edgeworth declared innocent.
I'm sorry. It's just, when I saw the photograph, I thought that 2 shots had been fired. I was so certain of it. I thought I'd won. I thought there was another person, someone else, who fired the killing shot. But now, it was wrong to think that it could be that simple. This case has stood unsolved for 15 years.
Nick.
Well, it seems that we have finally cleared up this incident. Only 1 bullet was found at the scene of the crime. That shot was fired by Miles Edgeworth.
Precisely.
I would like to ask one thing of Miles Edgeworth before passing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any objections?
No. No, I do not.
So you killed your father, though it was not your intention.
Yes, I did.
Oh no. He's accepted the guilt.
Very well. The statute of limitations on the murder of Gregory Edgeworth runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce a verdict on the defendant today, right here.
Right now.
Indeed. Does anyone have any objections?
I've been here before. It's just like my first day in court. There are so many things I know I should be saying, but my mind's gone blank. I can't find the words.
Mr. Wright.
There has to be something. I have an objection. Your Honor. I object.
Mr. Wright, on what grounds do you object?
Oof. Nick? I don't know. His case is perfect.
Oh no.
Ah. It must exist. The second bullet. What? What did you just say?
Nothing.
The second bullet must exist. But where? Someone took it.
It seems waiting is not going to produce us any answers from Mr. Wright.
Wait, Your Honor! The second bullet. It existed.
What? Well, we just heard proof that it did not exist.
I realize that, Your Honor. Really grasping here. It's just someone took it from the scene of the crime. That's what happened.
But who?
The murderer. Wow, we are really grasping at straws here.
The murderer. Tell us, just who is this murderer?
I'm still thinking about that one.
The criminal took the second bullet, but why?
Huh?
First of all, how would they have found it? It's not easy to find a stray bullet, Mr. Wright. Was there some pressing need for the murderer to search for that bullet?
Yes. Of course there was a need. That's why they took it.
Bah, what possible reason could they have had?
Well, the reason the murderer took the bullet away from the scene with them is the bullet would be proof. Maybe they thought that the bullet would be used as proof?
Proof?
It was a special bullet, so they took it with them.
If that was the case, then they should have taken the bullet from inside Gregory as well.
Huh?
Why would they only take one of the 2 shots fired?
Oh, right. No, come on. That was it, because it would be proof that they were there. If there was a second bullet, it would be proof that there were 2 shots fired.
If you really thought this through, I'm going to have to penalize you.
Ugh, this isn't going so well. There's some need. They had to find it. What reason could they have had? Because they were cautious. Well, the murderer was a very cautious sort. That's why the murderer had to search for that bullet.
If that was the case, then they should have taken the bullet from inside Gregory as well.
Ugh. That's... No, follow my logic here, y'all, please. Chat, at least tell me that y'all get me, because this is ridiculous. He didn't need it. Why would the murderer have spent the time to look for that stray bullet? I haven't got a clue.
What's wrong, Mr. Wright?
The murderer had no reason to take that bullet. You don't want to admit it, but it's true.
Irk. Had to take. Really? That's what I was trying to say. Had to take it? The murderer? What does that mean?
You're thinking too normal. Think crazy. Don't think why the bullet was taken. Think why the bullet had to be taken.
I was trying to.
Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor. I have no idea what I'm doing. Well, the murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the scene. But, the murderer had to take the bullet.
Had to, Mr. Wright? What do you mean?
Well, for instance... For instance, what? Maybe the bullet, hit the murderer.
The bullet hit the murderer?
Just saying, for instance. I mean, if it hit you, you would have to take it with you, wouldn't you? It's not like you could perform surgery right there. You know? Wait a second. I was just talking off the top of my head, but what if that's what really happened?
Let me get this straight. So at the time of the murderer themselves was shot, and they left with the second bullet still inside of them? Thus leaving only one bullet at the scene of the crime?
Yes. I guess that's how it would work, yes.
But there's a problem with that. The other two people rescued from that elevator, Miles Edgeworth and Yanni Yogi, were both unharmed. So that would mean...
The murderer came from outside, yes. Phoenix, have you really thought this through? The two men fight inside the elevator. Trying to stop them, the boy picks up the pistol at his feet and throws it. The pistol discharges, and the bullet goes through the elevator door and hits the murderer outside. The boy loses consciousness. Then the murderer opens the elevator door and sees the men inside. Wouldn't that have given them the oxygen, though? Why would they still be out at that point?
Mr. Wright, you are truly the most unpredictable defense attorney I've ever known. I can tell you're grasping, yet I cannot deny the possibility of what you say.
What are you saying? Deny it! Deny it! No one involved with the incident was wounded. There was no murderer.
No one was wounded at the time of the incident. He's right. I can't think of anyone. Hey, Nick. I just thought of something really crazy. Crazy? Remember what Mr. Grossberg said yesterday?
Wow! It must have been quite a shock for Wakama. He took our vacation for several months after that, you see. It's an unusual event for the man. It was the first and the last vacation he's taken in his many, many years of prosecuting.
Yeah, we gave him that voice, I'm sorry. What if Von Karma didn't take that vacation because of shock? But took it because he was injured! Bum, bum, bum! Which would mean... It could only mean one thing. He was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He was the man who shot Gregory Edgeworth. It was Von Karma! Oh, man.
Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You seem dazed.
No, Your Honor.
Well, you have indicated the possibility that the murderer came from the outside. Can you give us the name of your suspect?
Uh-oh. Should I come out and say it now? Say it now. Do it. Do it live. Your Honor. There is a suspect. One lone suspect.
Well, this is certainly interesting news. Very well, Mr. Wright. Who is your suspect?
My hands are shaking.
For what?
Von Karma.
Von Karma.
Von Karma, the man who hurts my voice.
You mean the Von Karma, the prosecutor? The one standing right over there?
Yes, the one and the same.
You don't object?
I see no need. Why honor this ridiculous outburst with my objection?
Because you took a vacation for several months starting the day after the incident. Yet you pride yourself on a perfect record. Why would you take such a long vacation without any reason?
So you're claiming that I took a vacation to heal my injury from the incident? Fascinating. Prove it. I would have needed surgery, no. Where did I go under the knife at, Mr. Wright? Bring the doctor that operated on me. Have him testify.
Whew. I'm trying to get as deep as I was earlier, and I can't. Nick! Let's find out who his doctor is.
It's no use.
Edgeworth?
I know Von Karma, perhaps too well. He's perfect. He wouldn't leave clues. He probably didn't undergo surgery. That would leave a doctor as a witness.
Ugh. Nobody's that perfect. I mean, this man has been never, ever, ever losing for like years and years and years. Longer than 15 years at least. So what, Nick? Did Von Karma pull the bullet out by himself? That's insane! No, he couldn't have. You can't just pull bullets out of yourself. I mean, you can, kind of. Wait. What does that mean? That bullet has to be somewhere, but where?
Well, Mr. Wright, can you produce evidence to prove I was shot?
So we have this one from the heart. Murder, DL6, the parrot, no. Pistol, we learned about ballistic markings. Okay. It's gonna sound crazy. Alright, Von Karma, I'll prove it. And I'll even use evidence. I know how you like so much. Blah, blah, blah.
What?
The evidence that proves Von Karma was shot is... Von Karma is perfect. He wouldn't risk surgery leaving an evidence trail. So then I ask, where is that bullet now? I think it unlikely that Von Karma performed surgery on himself.
You don't mean?
I do. There is the possibility that the bullet is still inside Von Karma. Let me just go over you with this metal detector. Let me just, like, violate your personal, like, space with the business end of this metal detector.
Is that even possible for all these years?
Well, there's one way to find out. Metal detector. We could use this metal detector. Well, Von Karma, I'm going to run this over you and see what we find. Run it over his head, it starts beeping. He's got a metal plate in there. You run over his knee, it starts beeping. He had a knee replacement. He's been going to the doctor for years and years and years. How dare you? I don't know where that's been.
I refuse.
You refuse? But refusing this means you acknowledge that the bullet is still inside you.
Bruh.
Order, order, order!
Your Honor, the defense requests that we be allowed to use the metal detector.
Judge, I call for a suspension of this trial. This is an invasion of privacy.
The statute of limitations runs out on this case today. It was you who said we had to end it right here, right now.
Fair enough. I permit the use of the metal detector.
I say they can shove that sandy thing right in your face.
Mr. Von Karma, you will submit yourself to testing.
Nick, what does this mean? I don't know, but we have to give it a shot. Well, it reacted. Something's inside his right shoulder. The bullet! Mr. Von Karma.
You. It was you. I was afraid this would happen.
No, you can't cram the metal detector right up his butt. That doesn't work.
And so I remained silent.
Huh?
Indeed, there is a bullet in my shoulder. However, it has nothing to do with this incident.
What?
I was shot in the shoulder long before the DL6 incident.
Coincidentally, I just happened to be shot in the shoulder just like a long time ago. I just never went to surgery for it. I figured I'd live with a bullet. It's like a trophy.
I claim that the bullet in my shoulder has no relation to DL6.
I'm gonna cram the metal detector down his throat in a minute. God dang it.
Oh, but Mr. Von Karma, can you prove that?
Prove? I have no obligation to prove anything. It is Mr. Wright who must prove something here. Not I.
Mr. Wright? Well, can you prove it? Can you prove that the bullet in Mr. Von Karma's shoulder was for the DL6?
His voice is getting too Grossberg. I gotta reset.
Of course he can't. You don't have any of the DL6 evidence.
Yeah, because you tased us and stole it. You jerk. That's because you took it out of the records room yesterday.
With no proof, you cannot convict me of any crime. So sorry, Mr. Wright.
No, I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Von Karma. Because it turns out I do have evidence.
What?
You were close, one day away from freedom. But you see, I have proof.
What?
Who would have thought you would dig your own grave trying to convict Edgeworth? I can link that bullet in your shoulder to the DL6 incident. And here's my final proof. The bullet that Maya saved for us. Maya got it, and this is what is gonna prove it. Excuse me.
That's a bullet?
Where did you get that?
This is the bullet used in the DL6 incident. This was taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edgeworth. The bullet is preserved quite nicely, with all the ballistic markings intact. Ballistic markings. You may recall the term. It came up in the first trial 2 days ago. Yeah.
Ballistic markings are the fingerprints of a weapon. All bullets fired from a gun are marked with that weapon's unique pattern. By examining the markings, you can tell which weapon fired the bullet.
To be fair though, if it hit like bone and stuff, it could like mess up the markings, like this, you know, not exact science. That's pretty cool. It's not entirely like, oh well, it hit a bullet, so no, it doesn't work. Like, but or it hit a bone, so now it doesn't work. Like it still kind of works, but for the sake of the game, it's quite accurate. Totally. We have 2 bullets in our possession. One, the bullet removed from Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other, Mr. Von Karma, is the bullet buried in your shoulder. We could analyze both bullets. Then, if the markings matched, we would know that both bullets had been fired from the same gun. The very same pistol, in other words, the murder weapon that killed Gregory Edgeworth. Mr. Von Karma, you will let us remove that bullet from your shoulder. Then we'll compare the ballistic markings to those on this bullet. Is that legal? I actually don't know. And solve this case once and for all. Well, Mr. Von Karma? He's still screaming. That scream. I've heard that scream before. Wait, I know.
Help, I can't breathe. Quiet, I said quiet. I'm making this any easier. Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you. Stop breathing my air.
Get away! Get away from my father!
Bang! It's that scream I heard in the elevator 15 years ago. Von Karma, it was you who screamed! I mean, he could be lying, you know.
Mr. Von Karma?
He's still screaming.
Edgeworth, only you would dare defy me. So it was you. You and your father are my curse. Your father shamed me with a penalty on my record. And you left a scar on my shoulder that would never fade. I'll bury you. I'll bury you with my bare hands. Death, death.
Wow. That, oh.
Chief Prosecutor, I'm sorry.
Von Karma, it's not like you to make this kind of error. I would never have thought that Edgeworth would be the one to catch you.
I was careless.
I'm sorry, but you will have to be penalized. I've covered for you in the past, but not this time.
Oh, Edgeworth. It was a shock like none I'd ever known. Me, penalized. It took hours for me to regain my composure. Suddenly, I found myself in the darkness. I was in the court records room. I must have wandered in there without thinking where I was going. The room was pitch black. The lights must have gone out. I went into the hall and felt my way to the elevator. I pressed the button, but nothing happened. Because it was a blackout and nothing was going to happen. Then, there was a noise. I was in pain, horrible burning pain in my shoulder. Just then, the lights came back on. The elevator door opened before my eyes. I saw 3 people inside, all lying unconscious from oxygen deprivation. Much to my surprise, a pistol lay at my feet. I knew then it was destiny.
Just like in this case.
In his last moments, Gregory Edgeworth was still unconscious. He died, never knowing who had shot him. Later, he spoke through a medium, blaming Mr. Yogi. He was fooled. It was the perfect crime.
Sorry, that takes a lot out of me.
Who would have thought another man would have come to open that elevator door? Judge,
What?
what are you doing? Do your job. Bring an end to this miserable charade. Now, end it.
Very well.
Whew.
It appears that we have come a very long way to the end of this maze. 15 years later, Mr. Miles Edgeworth,
Yes, Your Honor.
you were innocent. You are innocent. As you said, it was all a nightmare.
Yes, Your Honor.
This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth.
Not guilty. Woo! All right. We did it again. 2 innocent verdicts in 1 day. We're on a record.
That is all. This court is adjourned.
Huh. Please no more Von Karma voice. Please tell me he doesn't have any more lines because I am... Whew, man.
Nick, we did it! Did you see his face? Von Karma looked even paler than usual. He's pretending to be all cool, but inside you crushed him, Nick. Crushed. I gotta say, I'm impressed.
It was pretty close, though. I was sure we'd had it.
I know, I was on the verge of tears the whole time myself. But now it's all just a good memory.
Except for Edgeworth's dad being dead. That's pretty not fun. So, it's finally over, Edgeworth.
Right.
Yeah?
I'm not sure how to say this. I love you.
I know. Try thank you.
I see. Thank you, right.
You're welcome.
I think you could have done better than that.
Sorry, I'm not good at this sort of thing.
You got a lot to learn, Edgeworth.
She's got you there. Woo! Amazing, pal. You pulled through just like I thought you would. I'll never forget this. I owe you one, pal. And tonight, let's party. Dinner's on me. Yeah, my salary went down a bit this month, but who cares?
See, Mr. Edgeworth, you should take a lesson from Detective Gumshoe. That's how you say thank you.
I see.
Woo!
I feel foolish.
Don't worry. Take it a little at a time. You'll get used to it.
It's been 15 years since I've seen Edgeworth this unguarded and sexy. Hey, y'all.
Lotta!
Y'all were great in there. Oh, that was a terrible, terrible Southern accent. Thank you. Yo, Edgeworth, congrats.
Thank you very much.
I knew you were innocent from the start, of course. Just look at you. You wouldn't stick your hand in the cookie jar even if no one was there.
You were the witness on the first day of the trial, weren't you?
Yeah, well, let bygones be bygones, eh? Speaking of which, what are you going to do now, Lotta? Who, me? Oh, I went back to college. I gave up trying to be an investigative photographer pretty quick. Really? That's too bad. Huh? Isn't that the hot dog guy from the park? Huh? It's over, Nick. My life is over. Well, why the sad face, Larry? What happened now? Oh, Nick, I'm not long for this world. You don't look sick. It's Beyonce. She's gonna live in Paris. Paris, Nick. She's leaving me behind. Aw, what happened to his Riz, man? Should have seen that coming. Yo, Edgy, there you are.
Yes, here I am.
Congrats, Edgy. Here, a little gift for me in celebration.
Celebration? That's unusual for you.
Harry Butts, you come along tonight too. My treat, pal. Oh, thanks. Looking forward to it. Yo, Nick. That's the suit that questioned me. When he says treat, that's not police talk for prison food, right? Right?
I think you'll be fine, Larry. Right.
Yeah? What's up?
That envelope that Larry gave me, it's got money in it.
Well, yeah, that's not that strange. People give money away to celebrate sometimes.
It's $38, right?
Huh? What a weird amount. I mean, it's not a little, but it's not a lot either. $38 exactly?
Nick? Wasn't that exactly the amount of lunch money that was stolen from Mr. Edgeworth in school?
$38? No. No, Larry, it was you? God dang it, Larry.
What are you so surprised about, right?
Huh?
Larry was absent that day from school, right? But that doesn't automatically rule him out as a suspect.
What?
Think back to that day, 15 years ago. Larry took the day off, but he was bored, so he came into school anyway. Then he saw the money lying there, and the rest is history.
I was never good at history.
Edgeworth? You didn't know, did you?
I suspected.
I just couldn't picture Larry protecting you like he did that day. Everyone else was saying you did it. The whole class was against you, remember?
Yeah, too well.
Right, you may not know this, but we used to have a saying back in school. When something smells, it's usually the butts.
I know.
Really, right? I'm surprised you didn't figure it out.
Well, this sure is an unexpected turn of events, eh?
Edgeworth.
You should have told me.
No, Nick. It was 15 years ago. Don't you think the statute of limitations has run out, Mr. Edgeworth?
I'd say so, yes.
There you have it. Where does that leave me? I became a defense attorney because of you, what you two did.
Well, you have always been something of an insufferable emotionalist.
Yeah, and you get worked up too easily, too.
That's just what he said.
Death sentence for both of you. Man, if only I'd have known I'd become a prosecutor.
The same goes for me, only the other way around. For the longest time, I thought that I might have killed my own father. I thought I might be a criminal. I became a prosecutor in part to punish myself. If I had known the truth, I might have become a defense attorney after all. Edgeworth. Want to switch, right?
Hey y'all, line up, I'll take a photo.
Hey, photo time, let's go.
And after that, dinner on me. Detective Gumshoe took us out on the town that night. We celebrated Edgeworth's newfound freedom, even though Edgeworth himself was still in detention. That's so sad. They go out and celebrate him and Edgeworth's not even with them. What the hell? Wait a minute. What the crap? Alright, 5 in the morning. Alright. Ah. Whoa. I went a little overboard yesterday. My head hurts. Huh? It's still only 5. Maybe I should go back to sleep. What's this? A letter?
Good morning, Nick. You were really impressive yesterday. Seeing you, it made me think about what I'm doing here. I'm a spirit medium, in training, of course. I wanted to help Mr. Edgeworth, too. I wanted to help you. But I couldn't. I was useless. So I've decided to go back to my training. I'll become a full-fledged spirit medium for starters. I couldn't say it to your face, so I left this letter. Goodbye, Nick.
Goodbye? What time is it? Gah! The first trains for the mountains have already left. To the station! Gotta hoof it. Go, Nick, go! I guess I'm too late.
Hey! Nick?
Maya! So, you're leaving?
Yeah. It's hard being a spirit medium who can't talk to spirits. And I think you'll do fine without me, Nick. Be good, okay?
Hold it, please. Stop her. God. But wait.
What?
I never could have saved Edgeworth without your help.
Huh?
On the last day of the trial, I heard her. I heard Mia's voice.
You heard my sister?
Yes, only her voice, but still. It was at the very end when I thought we'd lost everything.
Well, that's my sister for you. Detective Gumshoe helped, and Mr. Grossberg, and even Larry. I'm the only one who couldn't help. I was useless, Nick.
But you were the one who stopped Von Karma, Maya.
Huh? I didn't do anything. All I did was wander around in a daze.
Sorry, but I have evidence that you helped.
Evidence?
Show Maya some evidence to cheer her up. Why didn't we give this evidence back to the... Like, shouldn't we have turned all this stuff in? Especially this bullet, like they need to compare it. I'm just gonna assume it's like like a picture or just we said a bullet.
A bullet?
Von Karma was convinced he had taken all of the evidence pertaining to DL6. But you were the one who rescued the last piece of evidence we needed. This was the bullet that put an end to Von Karma. And you were the one who gave it to me.
Nick.
Thanks, Maya. I couldn't have done it without you.
I'll be back soon.
Huh?
I'm going to complete my training and come back.
Okay. I'll be waiting.
Of course you will. You can't run that office by yourself. You're hopeless.
I don't know about that. Uh-oh.
So, this is it.
See you soon, Maya. Aww. That was sweet. Aww. That was so sweet.
Thanks, Nick.
Aww. That was so nice. Aww. I liked that a lot. And so my story ends. Time to turn a new page. And say goodbye to the novice defense attorney that I once was. Now a new story begins. With the same old crazy cast of characters. Hopefully not Von Karma, because that... Ooh. Oh, don't think you graduated just yet, amateur.
Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to rethink that claim.
Yes, Your Honor. Uh-oh, I got a bad feeling about this. How was I supposed to read that fast? Aww. So that was the first game in the Phoenix Wright series. One of my favorites. Hey pal, Mr. Edgeworth came down to the precinct to wish me a happy new year. Talk about a pleasant surprise. Woo, Detective Gumshoe! Then he hung his head low and went right back outside. Kinda like he was embarrassed or something. Strange, huh? Yeah, buddy, real strange. That was the first case. Well, first series. First game in the series, rather. Huh, Nick? Haven't seen him lately. Who, me? I've been working at a cheese shop. That Missy's a nice lady, but she's not exactly what you'd call a cheap date. Huh. Oh, she's in Hawaii right now. Look at him. Riz, 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 all day long. The ultimate simp, but the ultimate woman killer. Just not literally. Not literally. He doesn't actually kill women. It's just a turn of phrase.
Oh, right. Yeah, I remember him. I hear he's been busy lately. You know, not to ring my own bell, but I sort of taught him everything he knows. I'm sure he's grateful.
I even forgot he was in this game, so I don't know what voice we gave him the first time, but that's the voice he's getting now. I don't remember. I think the defense attorney for whom I wrote that affidavit for, yes. Oh, you should know. I've taken over management of the Gatewater Hotel recently. Should you be in the area, please stop by. I don't remember his voice, so he just got a random one. Okay.
Who is you? Phoenix Wright. Ah yes, Leah's understudy, was she not? I wonder how he's doing. Haven't seen him of late. Ah, the days of my youth. Like the scent of fresh lemon, you see.
I don't know who else we're gonna have to voice in the last little bit, so.
Phoenix Wright. Is she an actor? Well, I'm not buying it. You can't be a star with a name like Phoenix. Did
you another 5-point hammer, so DVD series, DVD is a right through letter, so I'm supposed to keep it all straight anyhow.
Wow. I didn't know she was gonna do that, but that's okay.
Then please tell us the Pink Princess is a hit. I'm sure I owe that Mr. Right a great deal. Oh, and I'm keeping my face out of the public eye until the show's over. I wouldn't want to ruin any kid's dreams, you know?
I don't remember his voice either. It's been some weeks. I don't remember everybody's voices. Alright. Are we gonna see Lada again?
Well, I got a letter from Maya the other day. It sounds like she caught a cold standing under a waterfall. I wanted to visit, but didn't have time, so I sent her some Pink Princess trading cards. She says she can't buy them where she is. What kind of place is she living at, anyway?
I don't remember her voice either. It's probably something mousy like that. I think that was it. Oh, the punk kid.
Right, who's that? You wanna talk? Let's talk Pink Princess, alright? But you know, I snuck into the studio the other day. And I saw her, the one inside the Pink Princess suit. Ugh, what a dog. It was kind of a shock for a boy at my tender age.
Okay. Oh no, the Pink Princess is ugly. Poor Cody. Yeah, I remember right. That lawyer guy. Huh, me? I'm in training to become a paranormal photographer. You know that picture I took of everyone? Well, just behind them, there's a ghost. For real. Now that's talent. I'm gonna be famous. I know my southern accent for her was better when we were doing her more often, but I've done a lot of voices today. Ugh. Whoa, ghost! Oh my god, it's Mia. Mia's the ghost, obviously. She's in the corner there. Aw, thank you, Capcom. This is a nice game. Hold it? What do you mean hold it? Oh no. A brand new episode has been added. Oh no. There's another... Oh man. We're gonna save. We're gonna save. Okay. We're not gonna do it today. I don't have it in me. In fact, I'm not even gonna watch that little cutscene that's playing out right now. We're just gonna leave it there. So I just want to say thank you to everybody for tuning in. We will be back in the morning for some Dreamlight Valley. It'll be our first look at it since the update, since we didn't get to play on Thursday. Thankfully, my power was not messy today and actually let us have our whole stream. So we're gonna finally take a look at that. I can't wait to see what it's about. I have seen a few spoilers, so I'm not gonna spoil it for you all. I'm just gonna keep that to myself. And then of course we'll be back Tuesday with more Wildflowers. We finally made it into year 2, so I'm really excited to see what happens once we fix up the ferry. It may be our final episode of Wildflowers, just depending on how it goes. I'm sure there's a lot of post-game content or maybe more story. I'm not really sure, but it may be our final episode because it may be the end of the game. So yeah, I'm hoping that Everdream Valley will come out soon so that we can add that to our roster. We still need to play more Ooblets. We never got to the end of that story. We got a lot of things to get through. So hopefully I will see you all again soon. Hopefully you have a restful, relaxing rest of your evening. Get a snack if you need it. Get something to drink because hydrating is important. In fact, I'll do it now before we go. Hydration is important. Like literally, for your brain. Super important. Can keep you alive. And you know, maybe next Saturday we'll come back for this new chapter that just got added. Oh, because it's that way for y'all. This new chapter that just got added, we might take a crack at that, see what that's all about. It looks like some new characters, so we're probably gonna have to find some new voices, but I think we can handle it. So thank you everybody so much for watching, and I hope that I see you really, really soon. Bye!